Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm walking you through what I thought would fix my burnout versus what actually did. After burning myself out a few years ago during my 9 to 5 job, and then again when I first started my business, I've learned that it's not always about the workload or how many hours you're working. It's really about how you're choosing to live. Like, are you living in alignment with your values? Are you working on your mindset every single day? Are you prioritizing your health and well-being? I'm about to save you a lot of time because it really has taken me 7 years to learn these lessons, and I'm about to share them with you in just under 10 minutes. If you're stuck in a draining job and not sure what to do, here's the truth I wish someone had told me. If you're new here, hi, I'm Thalia. I'm a certified health coach and self-development blogger, and every week-ish, I share super digestible hacks to help you shift your mindset, reset your habits, and align with what truly matters so you can recover from burnout from the inside out and build a career that you absolutely love. Let's dive in. Okay, so just to catch you up in case you're not familiar with my story, I used to work in the fashion industry in London for about 6 years. Yes, it was super glamorous from the outside. I got invited to a lot of VIP parties. I got given a lot of free stuff. But it was an incredibly toxic and demanding environment. To deal with the stress, I used to party a lot. From Wednesdays to Sundays, you can guarantee that I was out. It was definitely a coping mechanism for me. So with anything that involves that instant dopamine hit, I generally thought the partying was working. When I was out, I wasn't really thinking about my job. I wasn't really thinking about my life or how unhappy I actually was. It was the perfect distraction because I really was not thinking about anything. The problem with this is that numbing the pain is not the same as healing from it. Every morning after a drunken night out, I would literally wake up feeling the exact same. I was just as exhausted as before. I was just as unfulfilled. I was just as disconnected, if not more. So burnout doesn't happen overnight. It builds slowly, and it doesn't just happen because of a stressful or toxic job. It builds when you skip meals, when you sacrifice sleep, when you ignore your needs, when you live off fast food and hangovers, and when you keep pushing through like it's normal. The real solution for me wasn't partying harder. It was learning how to take care of myself properly. I had to really adopt a healthy lifestyle, one that supported me rather than drained me. This looked like eating actual home cooked food, moving my bodies in ways that felt good, not just running through the park to kind of like release that pent up anger. It meant getting outside in nature every single day and creating a life that was full of hobbies, feel-good routines, and like-minded people. Because you'll find that when you actually enjoy the life that you're living, you won't need to escape from it every single weekend, even if you hate your job. A few months before I did actually quit my job, I took a trip to Dubai in a last-ditch attempt to feel better about myself. I thought a few weeks off, lying on the beach, sipping cocktails in the sun would be the cure. I thought if I could just be somewhere sunnier, somewhere better, then I wouldn't feel so tired, trapped, or empty all the time. I literally left Dubai feeling like a different person. Lighter, more tanned, happier. I felt like I had actually figured things out. But this couldn't be further from the truth, because when I went back into work the following Monday, nothing had changed. I was still overwhelmed, disconnected, and feeling just as stuck as before. So again, like partying, it turned out that taking a vacation was just another dopamine hit. Recovering from burnout isn't about hopping on a plane every time life gets heavy. Think of a vacation like putting a plaster on a wound. It might protect you for a while, but it doesn't actually help you heal the burnout. Healing from burnout starts when you choose yourself every single day. Yes, I'm talking about self-care. Self-care is not something that you reach for when everything is already falling apart. It's the foundation that stops you from getting there in the first place. I'm talking about getting 8 hours of sleep every single night, starting your day with a nourishing morning routine, resting without the guilt and not as a reward for being productive, setting actual boundaries, not just at work, but also in life with your friends and your family and with yourself, and scheduling in proper downtime, not just squeezing it in when you're already running on empty. These habits are going to be the difference between feeling completely run down and burnt out and feeling like a 10 out of 10. When I think back to this time in my life, it's no surprise that I was burnt out. It wasn't just my job that was the problem, it was my entire lifestyle. If I wasn't working, then I'd be out drinking. And if I wasn't out drinking, then I'd be rotting in bed. At the height of my burnout, my idea of self-care was literally locking myself in my room all weekend and binge watching Sex and the City. It sounds good now, but bed rotting really was not healthy because I was already feeling numb, disconnected, and lacked self-esteem. Bed rotting literally did nothing to lift up my mood. In fact, it just made me feel worse because it really distracted me from the things that actually mattered, like setting goals, spending quality time with family and friends, having actual hobbies. It was just another way of avoiding being an adult. Even though I don't have a 9 to 5 anymore, I still know how easy it is to let work become your entire vibe, especially when you're already exhausted. It's so easy to say to yourself, you deserve a bed day. You deserve to stay in bed all day and rest. And yes, I do still take duvet days, but in all honesty, they don't make me feel any better about myself because staying in bed all day is not actually rest. What does help is being intentional about your downtime and making it worthwhile. Instead of mindlessly scrolling Instagram or binge watching Netflix, you're making plans that actually light you up. You're taking on new hobbies. You're trying new things. You're getting creative. For me, this really comes down to traveling. It is my therapy. I love being out in the world and exploring new things, exploring new cultures, trying new food. It really does keep me on the streets and out of bed. That sounded a lot better in my head, actually. Okay, I think I'm going to stop there for today because that has been a lot to take in and it is a little bit of emotional roller coaster for me. So let's call this video part 1. Part 2 will be with you next week. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss it, and I'll see you then. Bye.